All right, Caligula in the Vehigula. All right, so I lost 55 pounds. I went from 240 to 190. I would be about 185, but I've started doing creatine and that kind of messed up my weight. But you get the idea. 55 pounds, 50 pounds. But don't take any inches off my penis. It's actually 55, all right? And during that time, I was smoking cigarettes. And I wanted to kind of talk about the process of losing weight while smoking cigarettes, because I feel like that's a bit of a unique topic. It seems kind of counterintuitive, doesn't it? Oh, cigarettes are bad for your health, but you're losing weight, which is also good for your health. So in a weird way, doesn't it kind of balance itself out? So the reason why I was smoking cigarettes, I actually quit cigarettes beforehand, but I started smoking cigarettes again. Why? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I was broke at the time, so I was kind of forced to quit smoking cigarettes. And then I kind of got another job, and I was like, okay, cool. I got cigarette money now. Life is good. It's up. So I started smoking cigarettes. So the main way I lost all my weight was mostly walking. I would walk about 6 miles every day. I would walk for about 2 hours every day. And I would smoke cigarettes during my walk. And so smoking cigarettes did a couple of things. One, it kind of kept me warm because it was during the November, December, January kind of time. So it was cold outside. So I would just be there smoking my cigarettes, and that would kind of keep me warm. Maybe it was like a placebo effect, but I felt like the cigarettes kept me warm. Another reason why is because cigarettes just curb your appetite. Because I was doing intermittent fasting, I would smoke cigarettes to kind of suppress my hunger, and that was a big help. Wouldn't recommend it, but it helps. And another thing was, it just kept my mind sharp. It kept me concentrated. It kept me locked in smoking cigarettes. You know, kids, on your vapes. Vapes have nothing on cigarettes, man. Vapes kind of make you, at least for me, kind of make me just feel dizzy and kind of drunk. But when I'm smoking a cigarette, I feel locked in. I could take on the entire world after I get some nicotine and caffeine in my blood. I will tell you that. But I digress. So for a while, I thought I was doing. I was just smoking cigarettes and taking long walks. How did it affect me? Honestly, mostly just positive. I haven't noticed any defects from smoking cigarettes. Let me not cap. I was only kind of smoking for about 3 months, not the entire 6-month period. For about 3 months, I kind of gave up cigarettes. And why did I give up cigarettes? Because they're bad for you. Honestly, I mean, I love nicotine. I do nicotine gums sometimes. I can't do the Zyn. The Zyn just irritates me. I try to get used to Zyn. I try to lock it for a month and get used to Zyn. It kind of pushes the nausea and all the symptoms. I cannot get into Zyn. It is not for me. It's just the feeling of just lighting up a cigarette, just smoking it. I feel like a cowboy or whatever. I feel like, you know, like an old-fashioned Hollywood actor like Gary Cooper or something when I smoke a cigarette. I don't get that feeling with nicotine gum, though I do like nicotine gum. I definitely do not get that same effect with Zyn. And so smoking cigarettes during weight loss, I know a lot of people do it. I don't know if a lot of people talk about it, but I know a lot of people do it. A lot of people will smoke cigarettes if they're trying to get into shape. Because, like I said, smoking cigarettes will just kind of curb your appetite. And it also concentrates your mind, so you kind of stay more locked in. You stay more motivated and disciplined. I don't knock it, but I would not recommend it. If you're focusing on your health, you got to go all in. You can't just be going to the gym trying to get into shape, and then at the same time you're going and drinking on weekends. You're going and smoking cigarettes with the boys, or smoking weed. You gotta lock in. You just gotta lock in. You can't have one foot in, one foot out. You know, it doesn't really work like that. It might feel okay in the long term, but in the end, it's gonna catch up to you. So you might as well just quit when you're ahead, and you just might as well just never start it. I still do like cigarettes. I am an addict. I will say that. If someone just says, hey, Caligula, you want a cigarette? I am not going to hesitate. I am smoking that thing right there. My favorite cigarettes, American Spirits menthols. Obviously, I'm black, so I like menthols. But I like American Spirits blacks too. I tried Marlboros. Those weren't for me. I'm an American Spirits guy. My discipline, my devotion, my love for cigarettes is loyal to American Spirits. And I got an expensive tongue here. That's the only cigarettes I really like, American Spirits. I know they're pricey, but man, they are worth it. You ever try to chain smoke an American Spirit cigarette pack? God help you if you try to. God help your lungs. But yeah, I didn't really notice anything negative about it. My voice is fine. My lungs are fine. Everything's fine. So, yeah, I don't really have any crazy stories about smoking cigarettes. I mean, does anyone really have crazy stories about smoking cigarettes? But that's just my experience just smoking cigarettes while doing weight loss. Do I feel like it helped me? Yeah, I actually do feel like it helped me. It curbed my appetite, kind of kept me locked in, kind of kept me focused and disciplined. And obviously, I could still lose the weight without the cigarettes. But I feel like the cigarettes, it was just like that mental thing. Just knowing just what nicotine does to me. It kind of sped up my heart rate too, so I kind of burned a little bit more calories on my walk. Kind of kept me going in the cold and just walking around. So smoking cigarettes during exercises, what do you think? Have you ever tried smoking cigarettes just to kind of curb your appetite if you're doing weight loss, or are you a cigarette fan? I'm a bit of a cigarette enthusiast, but like I said, I'm mostly an American Spirit guy. All right, let me know in the comments. Peace.